All right, just want to see if we have audio issues. Give me a second. Audio okay now on YouTube? I know you guys can hear me okay on in the trading room. Just want to get audio. Oh, good. All right, perfect. Thanks a lot, Rich. So anyway, yesterday we had a phenomenal day in the market. I'm telling you, we get like one of these like every 2 months, like one or two a month. But did you see the KALA yesterday? By the way, this stock is doing phenomenal right here. But the KALA, oh my God, did this thing move or what? Unbelievable stock. This thing just absolutely took off. Look at I mean, just out of nowhere. By the way, in the Cyber Group room, because some people logged in late, this thing had a early run and a late afternoon. Who here traded it, actually? Just wanted to see, just get everybody know who actually traded the stock. Where's my, I'm looking for something right here. I'm missing. Oh, there it is. Oh, mind me, I'm moving some windows around. Charles, you did. Dalton, you did. Felix, you did. Made a week's pay, Christopher. Let me just share that with the trade. In the room. Here we go. So you guys in the room could see it. So look at all the people that traded it right here. You could see all these people trade that stock right there. All these people trade that stock yesterday. So anyway, let me just touch upon it really quick so you see what was going on. This stock right here, a lot of you remember it. We did trade the stock, and we did talk about it yesterday in the morning, okay? So it was on the watch list on yesterday, but this stock, we traded, the stock was on $30, and it ran all the way to almost 90 bucks, almost hit 100 back in March. Yesterday, the chart doesn't do any justice. This thing right out of the gate at the morning watch list was at $6. It ran all the way in 15 minutes to $9. Now, that little chart is just really, really small, right? It's like, oh, that doesn't really look like a big move. $3? I mean, that is, you bought 1,000 shares, you make $3,000 on that thing. You're talking $250,000 salary at the end of the year. But that wasn't the greatest thing. And it was funny because I was watching it, and you know, some of you here, you stuck around in the middle of the day. I'm like, this thing is really kind of holding here pretty strong, and it started dwindling down, and then out of nowhere, right around 11:30, this thing ran from 870, shot up to 17 bucks. And it was just being at the right place at the right time. And it got halted, and it got halted, and it got halted. And I did an event at 12 o'clock. I do one of those events that we do, you know, the open houses, which a lot of you probably here in YouTube probably joined us. And I was showing them, you know, how well I did on that trade. And I don't like to brag. You know what I mean? I'm not the bragging type. You know what I do brag about? That who actually ever been in a stock like this before? You know what I mean? Whoever seen anything like this before? And people like, I saw it once. It's like a unicorn. I heard of them, but I never actually saw one. You know what I mean? But I know everyone did really, really well. Who did really well? Was it Wendy? Who did Wendy? I think who traded yesterday? They made like almost like 6,500 bucks on the stock. They made about $6 on it. I forgot who made a killing on it yesterday, but one of you, I think it was Wendy. Barbara did. Barbara made over 6.5 points on that. There you go, Barb. Does that feel awesome, Barb? I mean, to do that well on it. Anyway, just listen. I'm just going to warn you. Don't get cocky, Barbara, because those big winners got to take care of the losers. You know what I mean? So if you do your daily journals, the one that we give you on that Excel spreadsheet, and it does it automatically, just make sure you put it on there. You probably got a beautiful looking spike on there. And just, you know, like I said, don't think that now you're at the category 5 level yet. Just take your time. You know what I'm saying? Those are going to make care of the winners. Remember, you can't hit a grand slam home run every time you trade. That's what you got to look at it. Anyway, so that was just one of them. There was a few other stocks that made some big moves. This stock, PDP-SP, made a great run, $9 to 11. NEO was a great short at the open. This thing ran from 10 to 9. This stock was phenomenal. Now, I talked a lot about this stock yesterday, and it's still going to be on my short list because what's the problem with Southwest Airlines? I mean, I catastrophes make opportunities. And, I turn on the TV and all I keep on hearing, yeah, it's right, Mark, people are just stranded. They have to be the dumbest airline in existence out there. I mean, and I told you, I don't like to fly it. I hear these horror stories about them, and then you're finding out more about their phone system, bull crap and all that. It was a great short. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you have to understand. I've been through 9/11, and living here in New York, I lost a lot of friends that live there. But you know what? Does that mean I'm not going to short and wake up in the morning? Um, Hurricane Sandy, we were underwater. Okay, things were shut down. The financial crisis, COVID. You know what I mean? Like COVID, seriously, like you're not going to do anything and jump on those stocks. Are like, oh, you're heartless. Traders, we're traders. This is your job. Okay, this is the best person that this is what my mentor always taught me. Okay, you're a trader. You know what that means? Let's compare you to a firefighter. Okay, here, firefighters and police officers. We all know they. Well, I'll use a firefighter an example. They got really nice pensions. They're really, it's a great experience. It's a family oriented thing. I don't know if anybody knows anybody in the firefighter business, but I have a lot of them that are first responders. They get a very decent salary. They get to retire at a certain with a really nice pension. It's part of their job. And everybody's like, oh, wow, I really love to get that job. You get to work you could work like 24 hours, you could do like a second job on top of that, right? Awesome. Great. But when it comes down going into a burning building, it was like, well, I didn't sign up for this. You know what I mean? Like, but you like everything else, but now you got to do your job. And didn't like when you find out what it really is involved to be a firefighter and know why you get all those great benefits. Now you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they do it, and that's why some people don't. Just like being a police officer, don't want to ever worry about getting shot. You know what I mean? You hear police officers that get shot all the time and die, which is a line to do, which is horrible. It's terrible. But you'll realize that you hear all the good things about it, but then everyone's like it. You put your life on the line. Well, my point I'm getting to is that when it comes to trading, I want to get to this. I'm just trying to use these metaphors that this is your job. And you know what? As bad as it seems what Southwest Airlines did, we could have shorted the stock. You know what? Because if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it. You know what I mean? But anyway, that was a really good short. Regardless of finding the KALA, which was out of this world, which, by the way, that thing's back on the watch list. Listen, let me tell you about this stock really quick. It's at major resistance levels, okay, going back from June to October. You could probably see that on a long-term chart. Don't get too crazy with this stock because this stock is no joke. This is a Category 5. This stock will destroy you now. It is not that nice little, boyfriend, girlfriend that you brought home to your parents, okay? This thing will chew you up and spit you out. It is a very fast-moving stock. Remember, I know we have a lot of gold students here. First thing we always teach you here at Cybertrade University is what's called the first T, which is tradable. And this stock went from being a Category 1 to a Category 5, okay? So, we always compare it to hurricanes. Oh, Category 1, you could tolerate. Category 5 is disastrous. It could destroy you, so be careful. Anyway, there are other stocks to trade. Anyway, BXRX, nice little stock right here. Stock is moving pretty decently. Great trend. Beautiful spread. I mean, really nice spread. BXRX. Okay, let me just put it up on my level 4 and see what's going on right here. But nice trend from yesterday after hours. Stock moved pretty good. This stock right now, I don't know if you guys saw this one. Another cheap little stock, fast move. Look at this thing. Boom, $4 already at $8. It just started at $8.45. Okay, so forget about yesterday. There's always today. This stock is moving really, really nicely right here. Great little push. Looks like more of a Category 3 as of right now. A lot of tier sizes are pretty small, so be careful. This one looks pretty volatile. This stock, you remember QNRX, right? This stock, we remember we traded this stock. It was at 30 cents. It ran to like almost $30. Everybody remember that back in August? This thing was retarded. It was just sick. $4 to 28. that could be our next KLA. I'll tell you, man, I'm pretty shocked going into the last couple of days of the market. That we're getting all these big moves. So I would put KLA back on. Put the brakes on that one. All right, now we're down to 25%. BLIN, this stock, I don't know. The cheap little stock, level 1, maybe if you're a beginner trader, it might be pretty good for you. If you're new and you're like a deer in the headlights, that might be up your alley. This stock looks like it's making a nice little push, 2.2 million shares. I kind of like this one better as a level 1 stock. TSLL, yeah, nice little push. Stock was like $25 down to $6. Nice little spread right there. Wow, a lot of interesting stocks going this way. A lot of pharmaceutical stocks, more or less, too. All right, now Tesla. We're not a big fan of trading expensive stocks, but Tesla looks pretty good on the bounce. Tesla had a lot of support right around $1. The stock took a very big hit. Could be a lot of short covering. If you watched and you saw, I was talking about this the last 4 or 5 days. I says, you know what? Eventually, it's going to hit a bottom, and you could see it. It had a nice down day. And now we're down getting to Wednesday, kind of held there pretty strong. Now it's trying to go back up right now. This stock looks pretty decent. We're not a fan of trading $118 stocks. I would rather trade a $4 stock all day. But I did tell you could probably look into the swing trade on this. We could look into the, more of the option trade on that. Remember, once you learn how to be a good stock trader, that's how you be a good swing trader. Everything else, New York Stock Exchange looks like all crap. Now you can see all the Chinese stocks are starting to come down. Look at them. Look at this. Every single one of them are on the loser list. GOTU. We traded all these things, right? Look, EDU, TAL. They're all there. Yang. They're all. Look, well, Yang's not one of them. All these, DAO. They're all in there in the big losers list now. We had fun trading them on the way up. That's why you got to know being a good trader. You got to know how to take those profits. That's what's. Because it's funny, I did an event, and somebody says, oh, you called out, you were talking about that stock GoTo. Yeah, it moved pretty nice. Why is it going down now? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm a day trader. Talk to the swing traders out there and the investors. Day trade, we got in and out of it, bought it back the next day, got in and out of it, bought it back in and out of it. I don't know how that's working out for them today, but I'll tell you, we just move on and go to our next victim. Anyway, HOTH is doing amazing. Let me go look over here. HOTH. I'll just bring up level 4 really quick and see what we got going on. Yeah, Tesla, just want to bring this up and show you this right here. So Tesla, there was a huge iceberg order right here, and you could see right around 120. It's kind of testing him. Looks like he's been out there all day, so it's got to break through this big resistance levels right here. You could see he did get executed, looks like. Here's the stock, HOT. Yeah, so this one right here, just looking where the money is right now. Yeah, big, looks like a probably could test about 9. 38,000 share seller right there. Looks like we're getting a little ladder effect. And, oh, by the way, yesterday, remember we were talking about the ladder effect? And you saw that happening. If you're in the cyber group room, you know what I'm talking about. But we saw how the consolidation was happening. We started building a Fausto flag and everything. Worked out pretty cool. And it worked in our favor. But listen, for everybody on YouTube, we say it all the time. You got to follow the money. Cyber traders, you know the whole story. Follow the money. New trial members, you're there to look, listen, and learn how to follow the money. Because when you start adding, and I'm just going to do this because people do this all day long, if you want to start adding your moving averages and your stochastics, whatever you want to call them, your RSIs, your Shankin, whoever that person is, and you start looking at something like that, then looking on something that like this, I would rather look at this all day than that all day, if you know what I mean. All right? I don't know. You tell me. What looks a little bit easier to read? This guy right here looking to sell 38,000 or this little mountain thing going on right here? Your choice. All right? I just had to throw that in there. I always get a kick out of this stuff. Anyway, let's get ready. Market's opening up in less than 15 minutes. If I don't see you, like I said, we'll be back here live again at 2:30. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, we're live every morning. Cyber traders, I know you had class yesterday with Josh. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. I know we're going to the phase 3, phase 2. Phase 3 is going to happen with me going on to the next week or two. And if I don't see you, which is okay too, enjoy the rest of your weekend and Happy New Year. And like I said, but there's plenty. Thank God some of you guys showed up to work, because you know what? I thought it was going to be a slow day. I was totally wrong. We had a lot of great winners in the past couple of days. All right, but don't remember, it's not the winners that we make money on. It's the losers that help us make money, because if you can't control the losers, you can't be a winner. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. I'll see you back here at 2:30. And for everybody else, we'll start commentary once the market opens up.